Hi there, everyone. Welcome to SCB TV Channel 182's new television show, The Dose, presented by Sweet Spot Smiles. The Dose is an engaging new health program that highlights top medical professionals and services in the community. We'll serve up a dose of information just for you. Let's get informed with Sweet Spot Smiles, Resurgence Orthopedics, 360 Med Spa, Sports and Spine Institute of McDonough, Southern Grace Hospice Care, McDonough Family Eye Care, HP Hyde Prosthetics and Orthotics, Eagles Landing Diabetes and Endocrinology, Eagles Landing Family Practice, Eagles Landing OBGYN, Covenant Care Pediatrics, and Mercy Medical. Welcome to The Dose.
What if you looked forward to going to your dentist? What if you could have complete confidence in your oral health care from your dentist? Introducing Sweet Spot Smiles in Locust Grove, where we build your confidence in our team that cares about you. Your worry-free smile begins at Sweet Spot Smiles. Invisalign, oral health, cosmetic dentistry. Sweet Spot Smiles in Locust Grove.
Covenant Care Pediatrics is passionate about providing comprehensive, safe, and effective care that is grounded in scientific research based on the latest guidelines, along with a dose of common sense. We provide innovative care from our breastfeeding practice to programs including newborn care, vaccines for pregnant moms, asthma, and many more. We spend as much time as necessary with parents and children, answering questions and teaching about health, nutrition, and wellness. Come visit our new office at 245 Country Club Drive, Suite 200A, and visit our new breastfeeding center. Covenant Care means caring for your children as we do our own. That's our promise. Are you still getting that puff of air when you go to the eye doctor? Are you still going through the side effects after having your eyes dilated? Get out of the dinosaur age. Come to McDonough Family Eye Care, where they have the latest technology to get the most thorough and comprehensive eye exam. That's the McDonough Family Eye Care, 1044 Avalon Parkway in McDonough.
On this segment of The Dose, we highlight the latest in dentistry. Let's explore ways to get you smiling. Hi there, everyone. Welcome back to The Dose. And I'm so excited right now to be sitting with the one and only Dr. Linda King. Many of you know her name. She's a premier dentist here in the community, and she is owner of Sweet Spot Smiles Dental Care. Now, I have to ask this, Dr. King, someone watching us right now in McDonough, Georgia is saying, well, I know I go to the dentist because of that toothache, but why should I go beyond that? Explain why.
Well, beyond that, dental care affects overall health.
Okay.
So if you can't eat properly, it causes a whole host of situations that happen through there. And generally, when you come in for your exams, we should be doing a blood pressure check along with an oral cancer check and things like that. So some people just come to the dentist and because their tooth hurts. So and they want it removed. But in order to be safe, we always go ahead and make sure we take a blood pressure. And a lot of times we screen out people who can't have that tooth extracted because their blood pressure is a little high, and then we wind up working with their physician to try to get them back into health. So it's tremendous as far as like the number of lives that we've saved with that.
Wow, so it's so important to treat the patient as a whole. I know you shared with me previously that you have a personal story of hypertension being screened and identified in your own family.
Okay, when I was about in seventh grade, my father was having some dental work done, and they took his blood pressure, and he was screened for it, diagnosed with it at his physician, and he got treated for high blood pressure. And so when one person gets treated for high blood pressure, the whole family does. So, you know, sometimes you don't realize how everything is connected.
Exactly, a lifestyle change for the entire family. Now I have to ask about the sleep. And many people don't think of sleep and dentistry being connected, but I know you have a phrase that you love sharing that you've got to get sleep. Explain.
Snoring's not sexy.
Uh-oh.
A lot of times when people come in, and we'll look for things in our oral cancer screening, such as enlarged tonsils or kind of a lot of tissue in the back of the throat. And a lot of times I'll ask, like, do you snore? And and they say, well, my bed partner says I do. And I'm like, well, okay, well then that's where. And so what we do is we look for teeth grinding or erosion of the teeth to see if there's any kind of attrition through there. And a lot of times we'll say, like, look, you know, does your bed partner, you know, say that you wake up, and they say, yeah, sometimes I'm gasping for air. And I'm like, well, that leads to interrupted sleep.
And let me ask you this. So I'm just imagining if your sleep is being interrupted, there are some other physical concerns that can happen as well.
Yes, absolutely. So that can lead to inflammation, that can lead to hypertension. So there's just a lot of different, and just some ADD. So a lot of times the pediatric ADDs, kids have really large tonsils, and their sleep is being interrupted as well.
Wow. Now I have to ask you this. I've heard that individuals that may have sleep apnea, sometimes they can grind their teeth. We've heard that so much out in the community. So tell me, grinding the teeth, I'd imagine that's not ideal.
No, I think everybody grinds a little bit, but the problem with sleep apnea is they'll go ahead and gasp for air. The acid comes up to the back of their throat, and so a lot of times when we find like that there's erosion of the teeth where, you know, they sleep on one side and the acid is just damaged a lot of the teeth, but it can also damage the esophagus and lead to a whole host of other problems with that.
So we shouldn't be taking sleep apnea lightly. Certainly go and see a professional, and it's amazing the link between dentistry. Now I have to ask this, what is the solution? Because I know here at Sweet Spot Smiles Dental Care, you all actually have a device or something that's made to help out?
Yes, absolutely. So as dentists, we can't diagnose sleep apnea. That would be an ear, nose, and throat doctor or a pulmonologist. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll put them on an air pressure to keep the airway open. Now for the people who cannot tolerate that air pressure, the mask and everything like that, we can make a device that fits in the mouth and it pulls the lower jaw forward to open up the airways. So for people who really don't qualify, like my husband, he does not have sleep apnea, but he does snore. So when he wears his appliance, he sleeps soundly. He's a lot more mentally focused the next day, and so I know it works. I know it works.
You know firsthand, and everyone wins, right? Because when you're addressing the sleep concern, you're well rested. You're just healthier overall.
Yes, and so when your bed partner snores, your sleep is interrupted as well.
Absolutely.
So
it's a team effort,
right?
I know you mentioned children. So many people say, well, I'm an adult and I go to the dentist at least twice a year, but my kids, hey, those teeth are going to come out anyway. Dr. King, explain how important it is for our children to also have great dental care.
Okay, so basically, kids are not born with bacteria to create cavities. Did you know that?
Okay. Oh, wow.
No, we give it to them, sharing spoons, and so it's just very important that everybody is treated for cavities, gum disease, and things like that, because things can get transmitted through drinking and sharing spoons. When your mouth does have the bacteria to create cavities, it's not like it goes away when those baby teeth go away. So we want to try to keep those baby teeth as healthy as we can for as long as we can, because that way the permanent teeth, when they come into the mouth, they have the space and the proper thing to go ahead and function properly. So because everybody likes to eat, right?
Yes, absolutely. And it's good, and it's important as well. You know, let's talk about the V word, that visit to the dentist office, because I know individuals that have come seeing you and your team here and they've had great experiences, but I don't need to tell someone like you, a professional dentist, that many people don't look forward to that visit for some reasons, maybe bad experiences as children. Explain what makes you all unique here.
Well, I think a lot of times what keeps people away from the dentist is they're afraid of being judged. They're just like, they know that they've done bad, they feel like they're going to be scolded, and I'll tell you, I think that that's one thing that we do exceptionally well, is when they come in, it's like, okay, we know you're here, we knew it took a lot of courage for you to pick up the phone, for you to walk through that door, and for you just to say, okay, yes, I'm ready, because there's a lot of things people want to hide. And so when we're able to, get somebody feeling better about the way they look, feeling better about the way they chew, and then they've got some momentum in that health, it's magic, because we just can, create them where we've got no fear, the trust factor, and everything kind of gets layered on top.
Wow, that magic to have the confidence too when you have that bright, beautiful smile. Before we exit, I have to ask you this. What are some tips we all should be doing, from our young toddler to the 80-year-old, to keep our teeth as healthy as possible?
Okay, I think one of the main things is people say, like, I don't eat candy or anything like that, and that's the reason why I don't have cavities. So it's really, what I find in this area the most is the sipping of the drinks all day long. Yes. So giving your child apple juice all day is going
Okay.
to create cavities. Having Powerade as far as like our children who are in sports. And then coffee during the day and soft drinks. So one drink versus 40 drinks, if you're doing it in the same frequency, it's going to create the same amount of damage.
And that's interesting information. And so I'm assuming that H2O is our best friend in this area?
Just absolute tap water.
Okay.
Because some of the bottled waters, they're actually worse for you than sodas.
Wow, great information. I learned something, and I hope you did too. You're watching The Dose.
Health is the foundation for a life well lived. And no matter where we are on our health journey, our best health is discovered when we surround ourselves with people that empower us to be our best. At Eagles Landing Family Practice, our straightforward approach is redefining primary care by delivering premium health services that fit into the pace of your life. Our primary care physicians take the time to listen, to discover the root causes of the disease, and to walk with you on your health journey. Our in-house specialty services gives you peace of mind, so you can get the treatment you need when you need it. With multiple locations and extended hours, we provide the flexibility you need to receive primary care close to home, and then get back to enjoying your busy life. At Eagles Landing Family Practice, we want to be your partner in health, and we want to do that by providing better, more convenient primary care. Because we believe that when primary care is delivered with excellence, you and your family will be better served. Your lives will be improved, and the cost of healthcare will go down for everyone.
At Sports and Spine Institute of McDonough, we believe that sports and exercise are not only healthy, but encouraged to be part of your lifestyle. With repetitive motions and the overuse of muscles, you can obtain stiffness, soreness, strains, and possibly even injury.
The injury that I had was a strained back. I was always an athletic person, so when I came to Sports and Spine Institute, Dr. Patel gave me a personalized treatment.
Dr. Amrish Patel will not only give you a personalized treatment, he will also educate you on how to continue a healthy lifestyle so your body runs more fluently and more efficient.
So I'm in the process. My body's transforming right now, but listening to Dr. Patel, listening to the personalized care plan that he set out, I was able to strengthen the proper muscles to be able to perform how I wanted to.
Sports and Spine Institute of McDonough, where you will receive whole body care from a team ready to get you back in the game. Give us a call today at 678-866-3646 or check us out online at sportsandspineinstitute.com.
Found that I had breast cancer in 2004. The compression sleeve that I was wearing was not working. But when she fitted me, it's like a new person, you know, excellent quality. And like I said, I think I have made a friend for life.
Since 2008, Mercy Medical Supply and Mastectomy Boutique has been instrumental in helping breast cancer survivors feel confident and comfortable after surgery. When you walk through our doors, you will receive the personal attention and help that you deserve. Our goal is to offer you products that are not only fashionable, but also functional. Our services include bra, prosthetic, and lymphedema sleeve fittings. We also fit for diabetic and orthopedic shoes, compression hoses, and medical garments. Mercy Medical Supply and Mastectomy Boutique can help you find confidence, pride, and a sense of wholeness again.
Regaining your health is easier than you think. At Eagles Landing Diabetes and Endocrinology, our physicians and friendly staff are committed to providing you with quality health care in a safe and efficient manner, providing treatment for diabetes, thyroid, hormone, and many other endocrine disorders. Our treatments for diabetes include continuous glucose monitoring systems, insulin pump therapy, and much more. Having issues with unbalanced hormones? Well, Eagles Landing Diabetes and Endocrinology uses BioT as a treatment for our patients. Eagles Landing Diabetes and Endocrinology uses top-of-the-line ultrasound equipment and is aggressive in providing treatment for our patients. All major insurance is accepted. Visit us today at 1050 Eagles Landing Parkway, Suite 302 in Stockbridge, Georgia, or call us at 770-389-9494. On this episode, we will highlight the latest in orthopedics. Have you suffered from a foot injury? Well, join us as we explore your options in 2017. Hi there, everyone. Welcome to The Dose. And of course, here we offer news that keeps you informed in your community, putting the spotlight on your health. And I'm so excited right now to be sitting with the one and only Dr. Gary Stewart with Resurgence Orthopedics. And of course, this organization has a great name in the community. And I just heard that you're actually considered the largest orthopedic surgeon group in the state of Georgia and second in the nation.
Wow, that's a pretty big distinction. But I think we're mostly proud of the medical care that we provide. I mean, being biggest doesn't always mean the best, so we have to always strive to give the best for our patients.
But being a large organization, sir, certainly means that you're able to offer options that others can't. So explain some of the options and opportunities here for health that you have.
Well, being so big, we're kind of a one-stop shop.
Okay.
I mean, you come here, you'll see the physician, you have physical therapy in-house. If you need something like an air cast boot or a brace, you get that done here as well as a cast.
Yes.
We also have our surgical centers as well. So anything you need, from physical therapy to boot brace, seeing a doctor, nurse practitioners, it's all in-house here.
Now, what does it mean for you personally and professionally to be a part of such a group that has such a great reputation?
Well, I think that's number one. I mean, we try to strive not just to be your doctor, but we also live here in the community.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I see a lot of my patients in the Walmart and the Target. Oh. I see people when I'm coaching flag football and in Cub Scouts locally. So, we pride ourselves in not just being a name, but being one of your neighbors.
And so many patients say, well, I've heard of a friend that had a surgical procedure, didn't go well. How important is it for those watching us right now to understand that every patient is different and there are different options you can offer them, right?
Well, exactly. Our number one deterrent, our number one friend can be they, or someone said, they said you're very good, or they said it didn't happen this way, or I know someone who they said that I didn't need a boot or I needed surgery. And so it's really important just to kind of make sure that we have our name out there, that we're good.
Okay.
And I think word of mouth is how you get, you feel most comfortable when you see, someone from your church or someone from your book club says that doctor is pretty good, then you feel more confident than if you see it on a commercial or you hear us say we're the best. It's good to hear a neighbor say it.
So when people hear the word or the phrase orthopedic surgeon, they're thinking, well, automatically surgery. But I know you shared with me previously, doctor, that doesn't mean that everyone's a candidate and there are other opportunities or other options available.
The overwhelming majority of the care we provide is non-operative.
Okay.
If you break your ankle, doesn't always mean you're going to need a plate or screws.
Okay.
You sprain your ankle, a lot of times it's just physical therapy, anti-inflammatories, rice, rest, ice, compression, elevation. So don't be afraid to come thinking we're just going to operate on you. We pride ourselves in just providing the overall care.
We're back here with Dr. Stewart again, talking about the foot, and particularly the ankle. Now, it's so important to have our health, every part of our body, but now we can actually cause injury to this area. Explain.
Absolutely. No one worries about their feet until they actually injure their feet.
True.
And so quite commonly you'll have an ankle sprain. And so the ankle is made up of three bones, your tibia, your fibula, and your talus. And what happens often is we'll have an inversion type injury, and that's your simple ankle sprain. 10,000 of those happen almost every day.
Oh my.
So, that's the most common thing we see, and it's very common just to brace it or to put a little cast on it for a short time and do physical therapy and be fine. But you can hurt your foot, and if you don't take care of it properly, long term you can end up with arthritis.
Oh my. And arthritis is so common. Millions of Americans, and actually I know over the age of 40 is actually more possible for more to get it. Is there anything we should specifically be concerned about so we're not causing more fractures or injury?
Absolutely. If you do have an injury, you need to make sure you do some type of physical therapy and that you have a period of immobilization. But if you happen to not have done that and you had a bad injury at some point and you end up with arthritis, keep your weight down low. If you're going to exercise, limit running, jumping, or jogging, more like swimming, low impact activities, and you'll do fine.
Certainly be smart. Now, I know you mentioned the option of physical therapy, but perhaps when physical therapy is not working, sometimes they need surgery. Explain the procedure.
Well, if you have torn your ligaments measurements to your ankle. I'll do a scope, which is we put a small camera in your ankle and we'll clean up any of the inflammatory tissue. And then I will take a ligament that goes from here to here and here to here, and we'll reconstruct it. Oh, wow. And that's quite common, it's one of my most frequent procedures, and it's very successful. You just have to see someone to get it taken care of. Okay. Often you'll end up with an ankle fracture, though, however, where the bone breaks. And sometimes people say, is it a fracture or is it a break?
Yes.
To us, it means the same thing. The bone is not in continuity, it is not stable, and sometimes I need to go in there with a plate and screws and fix it up. And that's one of my more common procedures. But you think about the ankle, but we quite commonly forget about the foot.
Absolutely.
You end up with things called bunions with these high heels now that are now, to a short guy like me, I like the high heels, but maybe if we can go back to 1 or 2 inches instead of the 6 inches, that would help me out a lot. But it ends up giving you injuries to your forefoot. You'll end up with a bunion or hammer toes, in which we have to treat those surgically too.
I see. Now I have to ask this question, someone's watching us right now in McDonough saying, what's the recovery time, Dr. Stewart? Because I've got to get back to perhaps the heels again, or running and walking.
Well, everything depends on each patient.
Okay.
I like to say, the reason why I like foot and ankle and I like what I do, because people are always like, ooh, stinky feet. Well, I'm a physician, so we can take care of things. But, it's because it has a wide array of things to do.
Yes.
You never get bored. And so each person is different. If you're younger, it tends to be a little faster.
Okay, that makes sense.
But for an ankle fracture, if we fix it with a plate and screws, I usually have you weight bearing in a boot in about 6 weeks. But that weight bearing doesn't mean it's time to do that Peachtree Road Race.
Okay.
You have some physical therapy to do. You have to wean into a shoe, and you just have to take your time. And so it's really age related, unfortunately, or activity related, or your general health.
Let's talk about the total ankle replacement procedure.
So I had alluded to earlier that, when you don't get an ankle fixed or taken care of, you can get arthritis. And so one of our only treatments early on was just to fuse the bone, which would make you have a stiff ankle.
Oh, wow.
But just like you hear about a total shoulder, a total knee, total hip, we developed some technology where you can put metal and plastic into the ankle, and it can function and allow you to walk, dance, and do certain activities. It's best for those over 50, best with those with a low body mass index, and those that don't plan on running and jumping. This doesn't take running and jumping too well. So this is something that we're doing here in McDonough. I'm one of the people that did the first one in this area, so this is something we do, and it's an option for those with arthritis.
Wow, and very innovative.
Mm-hmm. It is. And so I would like to just show some basic things in the foot and ankle. So we have Denise here, and she is an athlete and has been running and jumping, and she's through the hammer. And so her ankles, she's had multiple injuries, but overall, I just wanted to point out that you got to make sure you have a complete range of motion of the ankle. We want to make sure that the ankle is stable.
Yes.
We check our pulses. She's got great skin. Her skin is intact, and you want to make sure that you can detect sensation to her foot.
Yes.
She has all of those things, and that is a general foot exam to check your pulses, sensation, skin's intact, stability, range of motion, and strength.
Wow, but you said something important at the top of this segment. You have to see an expert first to know what your options are.
Well, yes, you do. And the one thing I would say, I'm an orthopedic surgeon first. I do take care of every part of the body.
Absolutely.
But my specialty is foot and ankle. And so if you do all the years after school, after high school, I spent about 15 years of extra training to get to this point. And so it was college, medical school, and then orthopedic surgical residency, which is 5 years. And then although you learn about the foot and ankle in residency, I spent an extra year just to learn about this. So it's one of those things that, it's my passion. I enjoy it.
Yes, and it certainly shows, and you're in good hands. Thank you for watching The Dose.
Before my knee operation, I took my health for granted.
My joints became severely deformed. I couldn't even walk.
The team at Resurgence, they really cared about me.
They don't just do your procedure and then leave you alone. They sit there and they're with you every single step, all the way through.
With the most specialized physicians offering comprehensive and compassionate care, Resurgence Orthopedics is Georgia's most trusted orthopedic team. We'll get you moving again. Resurgence Orthopedics. Reach for more.
At Hyde Prosthetics, we're committed to providing personalized patient care. We believe that an open line of communication with our patients is essential to their success. From children to adult, Hyde Prosthetics works with all types of patients, providing below the knee, above the knee, and arm prosthetics.
Every time I come, it's always a smile, it's always joy, and it's always fixing my legs, and they're perfect.
With over 50 years of combined experience, Hyde Prosthetics strives to design a work of art that unifies technology, functions, and gives you the perfect fit. Striving to provide his patients with the best possible care, Todd Hyde can even make house calls. Hyde Prosthetics, the art of making a difference. Give us a call today at 770-892-0170.
At Eagles Landing OBGYN, we strive to create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. A place where women of all ages will be comfortable no matter what the reason for their visit. Eagles Landing OBGYN offers a full range of obstetric and gynecological services, all at one location. From FDA-approved 3D digital mammography, AIUM certified ultrasounds, bone density scans, urinary incontinence therapy, pelvic health therapy, lab services, infertility, pregnancy care, menopause treatment, fibroid treatment, bleeding problems, and yearly well woman visits. Our doctors specialize in minimally invasive surgeries, vaginal prolapse, and urogynecology, and much more. Our diverse group of physicians and friendly staff are sure to take care of your every need and more. At Eagles Landing OBGYN, we understand the importance of quality compassion care. Start the conversation today about your female healthcare needs. Call Eagles Landing OBGYN at 770-474-1919 to schedule an appointment. Visit our website at www.eagleslandingobgyn.com.
Compassion is at the very heart of Southern Grace Hospice. With the support of Southern Grace Hospice and its skilled staff, patients and families alike can focus on what's most important, enjoying life together and living as fully as possible. Coping with a life-limiting illness can be overwhelming. With the high-quality care and support provided by Southern Grace Hospice, patients and their families discover that end-of-life care includes hope, love, support, and dignity. Hospice services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans and include clinical, emotional, and spiritual services for both patients and families. Southern Grace Hospice, where your family is our family.
No jumping up and down, no getting on the floor, no punishing your body for amazing results. Who wants to risk injury just trying to lose weight? Well, those days are over. So pick up the phone now to get the complete 90-day Chair-A-Size Quick Weight Loss DVD program, including all 10 low-impact workouts, plus the nutritious eating plans and daily exercise calendar. Get this incredible value for just 2 easy payments of $39.95, $79.90 total.
Everyone, we are putting the spotlight on your health. Now, one of the biggest health issues is what we call the belly fat, right? So many people suffer from it here in the U.S., and it's not harmless necessarily. I'm so excited to have Atlanta's premier fitness couple on, Jackie and Daryl Madison. Jackie, of course, you being a lifestyle and weight management specialist, you've shared with me that it's not okay to be content with that area being bloated or extended. You're saying there's some serious health concerns associated with it.
Yes, and another term for it, and medical terminology for it, is that visceral fat. You know, so we have, because I work in the medical field for over 20 years, so we have patients that come in and they talk about how can I get rid of this visceral fat, because it is associated with cardiovascular disease, also diabetes, things like that. Yes. But you know how you can get rid of that? How? With your diet and exercise. Oh, wow. You know, so people are actually surprised that, you know, there's no magic way to do it. It is with diet and exercise.
I see. And diet and exercise is so important. Our pillars of health. I know you keep advocating that. So excited to have your husband on, Daryl Madison, fitness trainer. Now, you want us to get on board and not accept this danger zone that's in the middle. You're saying there's some things we can do, some quick exercises to help reduce it or slim it down. Show us and demonstrate.
That's correct. Actually, you can do these standing or sitting. Of course, we're going to do it standing. Hands beside the ears. Always tuck your abs in tight. Come across. Spread your elbows out. 1. Do about 10 of those. 2, 3, 10 on each side. Also, bring it up. Same thing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Always focus on keeping that belly tight. Inhale, exhale. Or temple rolls.
Okay.
Alternating sides. Always working the abs. Or Don't want to forget about the obliques. A lot of people forget about the sides, but you want to work the front and the side. Take your elbow close as you can to your waist. Over and over. About 15 to 20 of those on each side.
In terms of diet, the food we're taking in, are there some foods that are associated with being just really bad for that area of our body?
No, so, and I'm glad you asked me that question because I wanted to make it known for people. A lot of times, you know, the exercises that Daryl just did, you know, a lot of times people think that doing crunches or just targeting the abdominal area is what's going to get rid of that belly fat or that visceral fat. No, no, no. Again, it is a healthy diet and exercise because the fat is going to, you have to lose weight in order to lose that.
I see.
So, you know what I'm saying? So you have to look at a specific diet, a specific program in order so it can target all over, you know? And Daryl may want to add to that as well.
Yeah, in response to what she was saying, you can do crunches all day. You can do sit-ups all day.
Okay.
However, if you're not eating properly, even if you got a six-pack under there, you'll never be able to see it till you remove the belly fat.
I see.
So instead of just, doing crunches all the time, maybe you want to, like she said, the diet and do some additional cardio.
Wow, and moderation is key, and certainly there are individuals throughout your community that you can partner with that can give you more specifics on the diet or fitness plan suitable for you. Thank you for watching, and please put the focus on your health.